everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back with a subscriber requested video for you. So I had somebody recently ask me to do a video about Jammy Perfumes. I have a ton of Jammy rose fragrances in my collection, but I didn't want this to be a video just about Jammy rose. So I did limit the Jammy rose fragrances down to just 2. And yeah, I've got these are some of my most favorite kind of jammy fragrances that I've got in my collection. So anyways, I'm gonna jump right in. I'm gonna start with a Guerlain fragrance. And to me, this is like a jammy violet fragrance. This is Guerlain Insolence. This is definitely like a jammy violet fragrance. It's so sweet and syrupy. It smells like violet candy, but it's definitely like a sweet, syrupy, like jammy violet. It's so beautiful. I have to really be in the mood to wear this one though, because this is an absolute monster of a fragrance. It's like a very intense fragrance. This is not like a delicate violet fragrance. This is like sweet, syrupy, jammy violet. It's so, so beautiful. I really, really love this one. This was one of the first fragrances that came to mind when I thought about Jammy Perfumes, because this one is definitely quite a jammy fragrance. So these bottles though are tough because I'm like down to the last dredges of my first bottle of my Insolence, and as you get down to the bottom of these, it gets really hard. You have to like hold it perfectly straight, because you can see the little sprayer just goes straight down to the bottom. You have to hold it perfectly straight to spray it on, which is hard with a bottle like this, but I wouldn't trade this bottle for anything because these old Insolence bottles are so freaking cool. I hate that they discontinued these. But anyways, yeah, that is the first one. That is Guerlain Insolence, such a beautiful violet, like jammy violet fragrance. Okay, this next one, now hear me out. This is more of like a, kind of like an ambery perfume, but this fragrance has the most like jammy black currant note in the top that I had to include it. This is Armani Si Le Parfum. Sadly, this is very long discontinued. I do think that you can still find this, and I do think that you can still find it pretty reasonably, because it's just not a fragrance that ever gets talked about or hyped up. And so there's like no, there's not a lot of demand for it. So people aren't asking a ridiculous amount of money for it. But I absolutely adore this fragrance. This is my favorite version of C that they have ever made. And it has the most beautiful, like jammy black currant note in the top. It's like a jammy black currant and amber fragrance. And it's funny because I could never really find the right words to describe this perfume, because it's a very strange mix of a jammy black currant and amber. But that's exactly what it is. It's a jammy black currant. It's sweet and dark and it's decadent smelling. It's beautiful, but yeah, it's definitely got the most beautiful jammy black currant note in the top. So this one I highly recommend checking out. Like if you ever come across a bottle of this, or if you can find a decant of it anywhere, it's definitely worth checking out. It's such a stunning little discontinued gem. So anyways, that is Si Le Parfum from Armani. Okay, this next one. This is a dupe fragrance from Jammy Perfumes of the House of Sillage Minnie Mouse fragrance, which is kind of like a raspberry and whipped cream fragrance, but it's like a very jammy raspberry, especially on skin. It's like a really, the raspberry in it, it's like a very sweet, jammy raspberry on skin. It's really, really beautiful. I've got several like jammy berry fragrances. But yeah, this is like a jammy raspberry and I really love it. Anyways, that is Jammy Perfumes dupe of Minnie Mouse. It's called Minnie Moore. And then another jammy raspberry fragrance that I have is this one here from Ralph Lauren. This is Ralph Lauren Beyond Romance. And this is another one that this is like, it's got flowers in it, but I never smell flowers in this at all. This is like it's another raspberry and whipped cream kind of fragrance. Actually, I don't think this has even got whipped cream in it. I think it's just vanilla, if I remember correctly, but this is another very jammy raspberry scent. It's kind of like a sweet, creamy raspberry, but I would say more jammy than creamy, if that makes sense. It's beautiful. It's another very raspberry heavy, sweet, syrupy, just jammy raspberry. It's gorgeous. So anyways, that is Ralph Lauren Beyond Romance. Okay, this next one. This is one I need to pull this out and give it a test now that it's cooled down some, because this is one that's kind of on the chopping block. This is SJP NYC, and this is a very, very jammy strawberry fragrance. Like straight up. Now, this is the reformulated version of this, which still has rum in it, but you really don't get the rum, not the way that you do in the original formulation. This is just all sweet, jammy strawberry. I mean, straight up, it smells like strawberry jam. It's got a lot of other things in it. It's got some flowers and things in it as well, but I mean, this is straight up strawberry jam in a bottle. It is so beautiful, and I'm really, really hoping that this one smells good on me in the cold weather, because I would be happy to wear this in cool weather if it means I can keep it and still enjoy wearing it. So anyways, that is SJP NYC. Okay, next is another jammy. This one is more of like a jammy rose strawberry. This is Montal Rose Elixir. I think it's been renamed to Roses Elixir now, but mine is just the original Rose Elixir one. And this one I compare to Dior Miss Dior. It smells like a version of like Dior Miss Dior, but this is like way stronger, and this has a strawberry note in it, and the strawberry note is really, really prominent, and this is very, very sweet. It's like a very, very sweet, rosy strawberry scent that is very, very jammy. It's as if you mixed strawberry jam and rose jam together, you would get this. I mean, it's a very, very sweet and jammy rose and strawberry fragrance, which is like extra jammy, because not only do you get a jammy rose, you get a jammy strawberry, and together it's like, this might be one of the most jammy fragrances in my collection. I mean, it is really, really like jam in a bottle. I love it. It's an absolute monster of a fragrance. It lasts forever. It's super, super feminine. It smells pink, if that makes sense. It's like a super feminine, just really beautiful scent. So anyways, that is Montal Rose Elixir. And then the last rose scent that I'm going to talk about, because I could have pulled Lush Rose Jam. I've got probably 5 other jammy roses in my collection. But this is one of my favorite jammy roses, like, that I can even think of right now. This is the Nina Ricci Rose Lex Days Absolue. Every time I talk about this fragrance, I feel like I need to explain why it's in this weird generic bottle, because I dropped this and the neck broke, and thankfully I was able to save like almost all of it by decanting it into this empty bottle I had, and then a 10 ml travel spray, which it's my goal to go through the 10 ml travel spray this winter, because yeah, I'm afraid that it's not going to go bad in this, because this is tightly sealed, but that travel spray, you just never know. But anyways, yeah, this is a really beautiful jammy rose fragrance. This one's a little bit more simple than some of the others. This doesn't have a ton of notes in it, if I remember correctly. This is basically kind of like a dupe of Oud Satin Mood from Maison Francis Kurkdjian, but I actually prefer this. This one is a little bit sweeter, a little bit smoother, and it's more jammy than Oud Satin Mood. Same with the Fenty fragrance. It's very, very similar to this, but this is way smoother and a little bit sweeter and more jammy. I love it. This is probably my favorite Jammy Rose fragrance that I've got in my collection right now. I'm like obsessed with this perfume. I cannot get enough of it. It's one of those perfumes that I think about literally every single day. I want to wear it, but I have to force myself to wear other fragrances. But anyways, that is Nina Ricci Rose Like Stays Absolue. And then last but not least, I've got this one here. This is another Jammy Perfumes dupe. This one is called Plum Dum, and this is a dupe of I want to say it's like a Shades of Wood fragrance. I think it's called Plum and Wood, maybe. I'm not super familiar with Shades of Wood, so I don't really know. But yeah, this one's called Plum Dum. This is a really beautiful jammy plum fragrance. Now, this is such a beautiful, like, intense fragrance. This smells like molasses to me. This has like a molasses undertone to it. It really does smell like straight up molasses, which I love. I take molasses every single day. I take a tablespoon of blackstrap molasses every single day because it's supposed to be really good for helping to keep your blood sugar balanced. So yeah, I'm like so familiar with the taste and smell of molasses. This just smells like molasses to me, with this really, really stunning, like jammy plum in the top, like deep, dark, jammy black plum. It's so, so stunning. I'm sure the original fragrance is stunning. I've never smelled the original one. I've only ever smelled this one, but this is absolute perfection. My liquid has gotten so dark, and this has just aged so beautifully. It's such a beautiful, like, jammy plum fragrance. Absolute monster. This is definitely a wintertime fragrance for me. That's the only time of year I wear it because it's very, very deep and dark. But it is such a good winter fragrance. You can see I've actually worn this quite a bit. I've got a pretty good dent in there. But anyways, yeah, that is Jammy Perfumes Plum Dum. And that is gonna be it, you guys. Those are 8 of my most favorite jammy fragrances that I've got in my collection. I would love to hear what your favorite jammy fragrances are. I do hope that you all enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.